kickflip.
How in the world he landed that?
My job is the best job, probably one of the best jobs in the world, in that I'm a fan. You know, I'm a real fan and a cheerleader of these sports. But at the same time, I'm supposed to be a professional. I'm supposed to be the commentator who doesn't show too much emotion. And that's a hard balance to find. And a classic example of that is in 2006 when Travis did that double backflip. There was 18,000 people in that Staples Center, and everybody in that Staples Center was sending an energy.
It is time for history. If you are not standing up at home, I would get off the couch. Every rider in the house is watching. The world is watching.
I saw people holding hands. People were sitting there praying, you know, before it actually happened, because you knew how critical this thing was. If Travis Pastrana didn't make that double backflip, he was probably going to be leaving in an ambulance.
Everybody in this house is now standing up and cheering on the 199. Go Travis!
When he went up, I remember it being like slow motion, because he got up there. You know, the first one is so slow, and then the second one comes quick. So the first one's so slow, you're like, oh no, he's not going to make it. Then he comes back around again, boom, boom, and next thing you know, he's riding away.
Oh! Oh, my word! Are you kidding me?
18,000 people started screaming and jumping and losing their mind. People are turning over to people they didn't know, hugging and kissing, and me, I just lost it. At that point, you just feel so lucky that A, you got to be a part of it, and B, you just watch like the biggest progression probably in the history of action sports so far was in that moment. It was special. I was at the first X Games in 1995 in Rhode Island. They did the whole entire X Games in the same amount of space almost as we have just for the street course and BMX course. I mean, that was it. That was the X Games. There was a lot of criticism from the mainstream sports, like, why are we putting these people on TV? They're not athletes. You know, these guys are just degenerates that like to smoke pot and use foul language and are trying to kill themselves. And now, here we are, 16 years later, you know, we're having the X Games at the same place where Kobe Bryant wins championships for the Los Angeles Lakers. We had the vert competition last night on the same stage that Rihanna played on Monday. You look at who our sponsors are now, and you have the Samsungs and the Sonys and Fords, and everybody is trying to get a piece of this audience now, because they realize that, no, it wasn't a fad. It wasn't something that was passing away. This is the way kids want to express themselves in sports now, as individuals. You know, this is an artistic form of athletic expression, and even more so, a real community that kids can live their lifestyle through and identify who they are as people. You know, you come to the X Games and you have a chance to meet Tony Hawk. You have a chance to meet someone like a Shaun White or Travis Pastrana and get their autograph. And when you meet those type of athletes, they aren't going to treat you like they're bigger than you or more important than you, but they really look kids in the eye and spend time with them. And I think it's because people in these sports and in these lifestyle, they feel privileged. They feel really privileged that this is the life they get to live. And I just think it's so fantastic that ESPN decided to stick it out and make X Games into what it is today.